Assalamu alaikum. Dear brothers and sisters, the Day of Judgment, Yawm al-Qiyamah, the most terrifying and inevitable event that every soul will witness. A day when there will be no second chances, no escape, and no turning back. What will happen on that fateful day? How will humanity be resurrected? And what will decide whether we face eternal punishment or everlasting bliss? Join me as we explore the shocking and terrifying events of the Day of Judgment, as described in the Holy Quran. Stay with me until the end. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel to spread the message of Islam. The Day of Judgment, Yawm al-Qiyamah, is the most terrifying and inevitable event foretold in the Holy Quran. It is the day when the earth will shatter, and every soul will stand in front of our Creator, stripped of all illusions. On that day, no wealth, status, or power will matter, except the faith and deeds. The Holy Quran vividly warns humanity of the horrors that will unfold, urging them to prepare before the final hour arrives. As the appointed time dawns, the world as we know it will plunge into chaos. The sky, once vast and serene, will split apart, bleeding hues of molten fire. When the sky is rent asunder, and it becomes red like burning oil. Surah Ar-Rahman 37. The sun will fade into darkness, its light extinguished forever. The stars, which once guided travelers in the night, will collapse and scatter like shattered glass. The towering mountains, symbols of strength and stability, will be blown away like weightless dust. The very ground beneath humanity's feet will convulse with violent tremors. The graves will burst open, the dead rising in terror as the earth vomits out its burdens. Even the mighty oceans, vast and powerful, will rise in fury, their waters ignited into flames. And when the seas are filled with flame, Surah At-Takwir 6. Panic will consume mankind. Some will fall to their knees, begging for mercy. Others will flee in all directions, but there will be no escape. Then, in the midst of the devastation, a piercing sound will fill the heavens. The blowing of the trumpet by Angel Israfil, alayhis salam. It will be a sound unlike any heard before, shaking every soul to its core. At that moment, the dead will rise from their graves, bewildered and terrified. And the trumpet will be blown, and at once from the graves they will come out quickly to their Lord. Surah Yasin 51. They will stumble forward in shock, their hearts pounding, their eyes wild with fear. People will scatter in confusion, as powerless as moths drawn to a consuming fire. The strongest bonds will break. Parents will abandon their children. Siblings will turn away from one another, and friends will become strangers, each soul consumed by its own terror. Then comes the moment of ultimate truth. The book of deeds will be presented before all creation, exposing every secret, every whispered thought, and every hidden sin. The righteous will receive their record in their right hand, their faces beaming with relief and joy. They will be rewarded for their patience and steadfastness. But for the sinners, those who rejected the truth and lived in arrogance, their fate will be terrifying. Their records will be thrust into their left hands, behind their backs, sealing their doom. Overcome with regret, they will cry out, but their screams will be in vain. But as for he who is given his record behind his back, he will cry out for destruction. Surah Al-Inshiqaq 10-11. The judgment will be passed with absolute justice. No oppression, no favoritism, no escape. Then, the ultimate separation will take place. The deniers, the oppressors, and the wrongdoers will be driven toward hell. their faces dark with despair. They will beg for one more chance, one last opportunity to do good, but the gates of mercy will be shut forever. The flames will roar, consuming all who enter. The pain, the sorrow, the regret, it will be endless. Meanwhile, the righteous will walk toward paradise, where beauty and bliss beyond imagination await them. They will be greeted by angels, their faces radiant, and their hearts overflowing with joy. For them, there will be no more sorrow, no more fear, only peace, only eternal happiness in the presence of their Lord. Respected brothers and sisters, the day of judgment is not a story. It is a reality. A day that will come without warning. A day of fear for some and relief for others. On that day, every deed, big or small, will be accounted for, and there will be no excuses, no second chances. But right now, we still have time. The doors of repentance are open. The chance to do good, to seek forgiveness, to prepare for that final day. It is in our hands. If you found this talk beneficial and want to continue learning about Islam, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest content. Share this channel with your family and friends so we can all benefit together. May Allah bless you all and keep us steadfast in our Iman.